And we're delighted to welcome to the show Sara Prodoni, who is the Training and Employment Facilitator with Acquired Brain Injury Ireland. So, Sara, you're very welcome to the show.
Hi, John. Thanks a million. Thanks for having me.
I did get your name right as Sara rather than Sarah.
Yes, you did. I'm very impressed.
Well, that's good to start. Before we get on, there's a big press release and a lovely program about moving on. Um, Before we get to that, you might remind us of when acquired brain injury was founded and why.
Sure. So Acquired Brain Injury Ireland is a non-for-profit organisation and was funded in 2000 to support individuals in Ireland who have experienced an acquired brain injury. The organisation was established in response to the lack of services and support for people affected by an acquired brain injury. The organisation was actually co-funded by Barbara O'Connell, motivated by her own personal experience with her brother, who sustained two brain injury and was wrongly placed in a nursing home at the young age of 40. This experience highlighted a significant gap in appropriate services and rehabilitation for individuals with a brain injuries, particularly those under the age of 65. So motivated by these, Barbara O'Connell sought to create a support system specifically designed for individuals with a brain injury, aiming to provide specialised neuro-rehabilitation assistance and improve their quality of life.
And how
So
many
what
people do you look after?
roughly 1,200 people are supported by Acquired Brain Injury Ireland at any given time.
That's a very stark number, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is. It said the statistic shows that there are 19,000 people in Ireland with an acquired brain injury, and that is roughly 52 people on a given day suffer from a
Wow,
brain injury. Yes,
that's a really startling number. And you
yes.
might tell us some of the services you provide.
Absolutely. So we do provide, as I said, neuro-rehabilitation services delivered in the community nationwide. So we have living houses, we have outreach programs, we have clubhouses all around the country. And our clients are aged between 18 and 65 years of age.
It's very much a community-based approach, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it's also very much person centered. So we meet the clients where they are and we work with them specifically for their own needs and goal. And that's why it's so important, a personalized neuro rehabilitation program.
So, if we move on then to the program for family members and carers,
Yes.
where did the idea come from?
So the idea came from the need. We identified a gap from an established program already with the organization, which is called On With Life. On With Life was established in 2019, and it is a very much support service for the family members of an acquired brain injury survivors. At the time, the On With Life program was supporting parents and carers of children under 18 and cares of adult with an acquired brain injury, and very much it's a program that supports family members in terms of education and peer support, for the family. And we, just by listening to the family members, we realized that there was a gap in terms of employment. So a lot of family members, because as you know, a brain injury, an acquired brain injury, is a very sudden experience. So the family members found that all of a sudden they need to care for the loved one, and a lot of time they need to either pause their career or just leave it altogether, and that can take many years for them to come back to employment. So we listen to the members we support, and we applied for funding. So the program was launched in 2023 for the first time, fully funded by the Department of Social Protection through the dormant account. And we were very lucky and we're very grateful that we got funded again this time around. So we're able to run the program again throughout 2025 and 2026. And again, it's really easy to meet a very much need, for the family members.
Are we talking about family members or family carers of a person with a acquired brain injury who has become stable in their life?
Yes, exactly. So we see that a lot of time when there could be a family members, a family cares that has been out on employment for many, many years, or it could be for, just a couple of years or a few months. And when things kind of settle a little bit in the home, they are in a position to start rethinking about themselves. And we see that over and over, that one of the first thing when I meet the members, the participant, is there is a huge lack of confidence and self-esteem, because there is, I hear that over and over. It's like, why should they hire me? I have no skills to offer. I have been out on employment for 10 years. And it's all that, encouragement of and reflection that while they've been caring, they've learned new skills, but they don't even realize that. So there is time management, organizational skill, multitasking, having to manage appointments, over appointments, having to even communication, having to deal with professional, and talking about medical terminology. So they're all skills that are extremely valuable, and then they can be transferred, when you're writing your CV. So yes, it is for the family members, family cares, and it's not necessarily a family members. You could be caring for a neighbor or a good friend.
Of course.
Do people who acquire a brain injury, can some of them return to employment eventually if their condition improves?
Absolutely. And we do actually have a program within Acquired Brain Injury Ireland, which is called Step Ahead Plus. And they do a very similar support. So they provide a very similar support to the one that I do provide, but is specifically for the brain injury survivor. So it just helped them to regain their confidence. Some of the brain injury survivors, are in a position to go back to the same job than they used to do. Some might need to rethink about their career, but absolutely it does happen, and that's why the neurorehabilitation assistance and support, it's crucial, because you can improve from an acquired brain injury.
If we get into the nitty-gritty, it's about arming family carers or carers of a person with an acquired brain injury with the tools to be able to go and do what they need to do.
Absolutely. And as I said, the first step is regaining that confidence, and then give them a space to reflect of all the years or the months or whatever part of their journey they are in returning to education and training and employment. And then we provide a practical tool, we provide emotional tools. So we're offering a 6 weeks online course or program, which is called Career and Education Pathways. The first one is going to launch next Tuesday, the 4th of March, and is fully online. So we are providing these remote programs so then we can reach as many people as possible across the country. So that will be very much technical. So we're looking at career exploration, education exploration. So how can we upskill if we do need? We're looking at CV and interview skills. We're looking at recruitment, advocacy. But together with that, we provide also emotional support. So we run a monthly wellness workshop, and we're looking at those like a confidence, a self-esteem, inner critic, which is, it's very, very big. And I'm a guidance counsellor myself, so I can provide one-to-one to all the participants, so we can really tailor the support based on their need and their goals.
And the job thing and the emotional thing go hand in hand, don't they?
Absolutely. And I think that's why I'm very passionate about this program, because it's not just preparing people to go back to work, like we're doing your CV and off you go. There is much more to do than that, because as I said, we really need to gain that confidence and self-worth and rebuild that sense of identity that has been lost as a result of becoming a carer so suddenly.
And if we get into the nitty-gritty of the program, what topics I cover?
So we'll cover education and career exploration. So that's when we really look at what can we do. So we look at our values and how can we align them to a potential job. We do psychometric assessment as well. So, especially, which might be very useful for people that have been out of employment for many years, and see where am I at, what my abilities, and how can we align that to a job. Or even for people that want to change a career and they don't even know where to start, then we're looking at self-development and upskilling. We do have some funding as well to support people in future courses. So, and again, with the one-to-one, we're able to really tailor and see what someone might wants to do, and we're helping to bring them to that point. And the beauty of all this, it's all online, so people can access at any time from the comfort of their home while still caring.
I presume you include things like CV writing, interview
Absolutely.
readiness, all that type of stuff.
We'll do CV preparation, we do interview skills, we do mock interviews, and it's that. Then it's not just, let's say, the 6 weeks and then there is no more support. The support is continuous for the next 2 years. So I'm able to support a participant even along the way when they start applying for jobs. There might be something that they're interested in, and hopefully they will get to the stage of getting the interview. I can support them as well with mock interviews and just get them ready for that moment, and I can still support them after they get back into employment, let's say with the first few months, and then they're back in.
I often wondered, is caring seen as a valid career by employers?
Absolutely, and that's actually the other side of the program. We're working as well in conjunction with employers, which will be a very big topic of the next 2 years. So we're bringing awareness to employers to recognize how valuable these group of people and all the skills that they have, and they are resilient, they are hardworking, they definitely get the job done, and how invaluable these people will be. It's just they're an asset to any organization. So we're bringing that awareness, and we're working to create a partnership as well with some employers so they can provide work placement, because a lot of time, as I said, it's that confidence of saying, I've been out of employment few years, and I like to go back, but I like to go back easily and just get that opportunity to do a work experience and really see, okay, this is for me. I can align my caring responsibility, because as well, a lot of family carers, they have a restriction. If they are in receipt of carers allowance, they can only work 18 and a half hours, and that's one piece as well. Then we're bringing as an awareness to employers when they are at advertised position, to include these 18 and a half hours, so that they are encouraged to go back to employment.
And how does the program tie in with Building Better Futures workshops?
Yes, so they're tied in because it's just bringing the hope, bringing a hope that there is a better future, that life does not stop because there has been a brain injury, that then things can, you can go on with your life once you have the right support, and once there is the awareness on the other side from an employer perspective, then I really understand your needs and what you're going through, and how can we meet all that together to bring brighter futures for people. And
tell us a bit about Building Brighter Futures workshops, what they entail and what people can get out of them.
Absolutely, and that's will be one part is the 6 weeks program, where we do really kind of a more technical support. So it's giving that opportunity. Like the labor market, it evolves all the time. Yeah. There are some jobs that are out there that we don't even know they exist, and that's where I come into place. So I learn every day what is out there. So it's just bringing that knowledge to people when they're coming to me about some opportunities that they didn't even know. Then they can really align with their home situation and their skills. So we work through that, doing career exploration, and then see as well what is out there. What do you need? Do you need a course in communication? Do you need an IT course? Okay. So that's what we can work as well. So we look at education exploration. And as I said, there is funding available within the program that we can support financially participants to, improve their skills in whatever area they might feel appropriate for themselves when they're going back. And then then we're looking at the more kind of a psychological aspect. We do workshops about confidence and self-esteem. And is that as well, then it's all in a very safe environment. There will be peer support. There will be other people in the same situation. And we found with the On With Life program that peer support is crucial. When you are in an environment, in a Zoom call where, there are other 10 participants, then really get what you're going through. They get your feelings, they get your emotions, they get your challenges. That's when you can really see then there is a brighter future going ahead.
It's a very comprehensive approach to people's futures.
Yes, absolutely. That's what we hope. It was very carefully designed with the people in mind. What we did, as I said, in 2023 and 2024 was really successful. We were able to support 37 participants and 19 were able to go back to employment.
Oh,
but
great.
we did listen, and we asked, what can we do to improve? Because that's what it's all that matters for us. That's why we're a person-centered organization, because everything we do, it's with the client in mind.
Is there a sister program for people with an acquired brain injury?
Yes, that's the Step Ahead Plus program. Yes, then the difference is that they do have a waiting list. There is a referral system with the Step Ahead program, but all the information can be found online in our website. While for the On With Training and Employment Building Brighter Future, there is no waiting list. There is a registration, which again can be found online, and people can access the On With Life and the On With Training and Employment at any given time.
Is there cost?
Absolutely not. It's all free of charge.
Excellent.
Everything we do, it's free of charge. Yes.
And just tell people the nitty-gritty of how they apply.
Absolutely. So they can find there is a registration form, and it can be found on our website, which is ABIIreland.ie, under the Family and Cares Support page. All my contact details are in there, and literally there is a click button on the registration, and all they need to do is insert in their personal detail, name, address, and contact details. So then I can contact them back and get them on board.
I've been on the website. I tried to access the program, and it's very, very easy to use, I have to say.
Yes. Thank you very much.
It's a very comprehensive program. I hope that you have the greatest success with it, and it looks like you're going to get people back to education or back to work.
Yes, and that's what I hope. I really hope to be able to support as many people as possible. We don't have a limit, so I really hope that anyone that is listening, anyone that has been seeing the information going around, because we do try to put it in social media, whatever we can, really come back to me, and I can meet you wherever you are on your journey, and I'll be just delighted to support anyone in need to return to education, training, and employment.
Brilliant. Just give out that website again, please.
Absolutely. It's ABIIreland.ie.
And it's the same if somebody's out there and has just been diagnosed with an acquired brain injury. That's the way to get in touch.
That's the way to get in touch. Yes.
Great stuff. Sara, thank you so much for coming on and sharing the story.
Thank you very much, John. I appreciate it. It was a lovely meeting. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you.